Hi and welcome to my channel. In today's video we are going to redesign and discuss the new BMW 7 Series. With that said, let's start. As usual, on the darker layer I start with my initial ideas and sketch it with an accent color on top of it. As you can see, I'm moving the cab forward, the cabin more forward, and I'm going to a single light design. Later on I will also move the front wheel a bit more to the front area of the car to eliminate and try to eliminate the massive front overhang. Overall, I think the car, especially the side view and the rear view of the car, they look quite good, but only the front looks a bit strange, let's say, or yeah, different in my view. It also reminds me of when Chris Bangle, a very famous designer, came to BMW and they released in 2001 the new BMW 7 Series called E65, and at that time it was also a very different 7 Series than the previous one. So, but nevertheless it was as well very successful, and especially if you look now at that BMW, it seems kind of alright. So it might be that after a couple of years we look at it back and we will better get on with it, with its design, let's say. So in terms of why the car has such a front as it has at the moment, I have kind of my own theory that they probably share the underneath parts and all the technical things with the Rolls-Royce, and in terms of like cost savings, they couldn't move or design something radical different, and to save some money and keep the same architecture, this is the result what we are seeing. Another aspect why the car looks how it looks in terms of the front fascia is that the BMW 7 Series is sold over 70% to Asian markets, and I think in Asia, well, especially like in China, they like very prominent and very very big, with big graphics front designs. So that would make sense or explain why BMW is going for a bigger grille in general, but also with this 7 Series why the car looks how it looks, because I mean 70% of the car will be sold in China anyway. With that said, yeah, it makes of course the car not more beautiful in my opinion. So, and with that video, with that try, I wanted to visualize my ideas of how 7 Series could have a look like. So after I finished the design or the sketching on top of the image, I'm putting the path tool, which gives me the precision, and I start to colorize and block in the main elements of the front and of the car in general. I increased the size of the wheels, and now I'm preparing the front. I'm quite happy with the front lights and with the grille, which will I adjust later. The air intake or the graphics of the front air intake are more or less the same, because I wanted to visualize how the car could have looked like if we would keep the design, the original design, and slightly adjust it rather than redesign it completely to something new. Now adding a sort of a frame around the air intake to visualize the thickness of it, a bit shadow underneath, and of course the air intake on the other side. I do like the three-dimensional front area of the car, and I think it has a very strong character in general. But of course, with the original BMW 7 Series design, I think it's way too busy for a German car manufacturer to do such design what they released. Now I'm working on the kidney grille. I decided to divide it and delete the chrome parts and delete the chrome parts. My idea was to have the grille sort of floating inside the cut out area, which would give the car more futuristic and more modern look, rather than having this large areas of chrome. Adding some details, and now designing and thinking about the light graphics. So definitely wanted to keep some of the iconic graphics that the BMW had in the past. I do like the rings which they had previously, where I think was one of the most iconic daylight lights in the whole car industry. But for some reason they kind of moving on to something else. So it's just similar idea, just instead of the rings I decided to go for more rectangular shapes. Adjusting the thickness and the width of each graphic the angle, and adding some nice details. Some blue elements and transferring and warping the light to the other side. Now I'm adding some reflections to the glass, and this is it. And visualizing the side feature line more stronger than the original car. So yeah, this is it. Let me know in the comment section below how you like the original BMW and the redesign. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.